triangle, right? I figured it out. Voice of reason, the solid, hold it down, the beige rage, and the agitator.
The Breakfast Club.
Everyone just kept telling me to prep for this.
One word to describe the Breakfast Club would be black.
Impacting the culture.
People watch the Breakfast Club for like news and really be tuned in, man.
I don't even know what it calls Breakfast Club. It's like brunch.
Envy, Yee, and Charlamagne.
Wake that ass up, get out of bed, and listen to the Breakfast Club.
I'm waking up.
I'm dialing.
Hey, what you doing, man?
I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning, guys. Peace and blessings, man. It's your favorite guy, Sean Stone.
What's up,
Sean
brother?
Stone TV.
Sean Stone. Good morning,
how you guys doing today?
The jingle
Good
guy.
morning, Charlamagne. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, DJ Envy.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I want to talk about that DA in Atlanta, man. Any one of them rappers who are doing anything, man, they should definitely stop. You know, get an opportunity to change your life. You should do right.
Yeah, it's a little too late now.
I agree with you, but it's too late. If they already coming to get you in the next 60 days, that means that they're coming to get you for what you've done already.
Well, they might need to want to fly to a different country then, or something like that. You know, they got all this money. You know.
I agree.
But, hey, but Charlamagne, I be hearing that you got that Black Effect coming up, man. Can a brother get some tickets, man? I'm right here in Jersey, brother.
Yes, the Black Effect Podcast Festival is happening August 28th in Brooklyn. It's an opportunity to come watch some of your favorite podcasts live, like 85 South Show and Horrible Decisions and Big Facts Podcast. That's right. So I got something for you, Sean. Now, you know what I got for you, Sean? I got an opportunity for you to win an all-expense paid trip to the festival this morning. All you got to do is stay tuned, and I'll give you the keyword, and I'll give you the number to text, and you can enter for a chance to win this morning.
There you go.
I've entered many times, actually. You know what I mean? Even the Daily Bread, I've entered for that. You know, trying to get some daily bread. You know, I've tried, bro.
Sean Stone deserves something.
Today is another day, brother. Today, God has blessed you with another day to try to win tickets to the Black Effect Podcast Festival.
Bless him, bless him.
No, not in that way, Envy. Stop it.
What? I just
Stop it. Stop it. Envy, stop it. Stop it.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
He ain't want to play no more. Hello, who's this?
Good morning, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God.
Good morning.
Rob. How y'all feeling?
OG Rob, what's up, King?
Rob?
Hey, listen, man, I appreciate y'all. I wanna say this real quick though. Before we go in, man, I just want to shout y'all out for showing me the love when I call in with the bars every Friday, man, and representing with me when I go through, man. I just want to say a big shout out to y'all. It's greatly appreciated. Enough respect. You know what I mean?
You got something today? It's Friday.
Oh, you already know what time it is. It's bar time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Check this out. I'm going to reach iconic levels somewhere out in the stratosphere. Joe Clark numbers with a range, stinking like Napier. They still sleeping. I'm learning the game and steady creeping, building projects in the process at label meetings. What this game is missing, most are lacking any discussion. When my verses snap, pop blood vessels and leave concussions. I told my man, I'm in it for the long haul. Power is industry. You kidding me? It's all about bonds. Let's build some loyalty, something only a few of us can vouch for. Sit back and analyze these exercises and write more. They say my style is old school. Bet you can't top that. Swerving it's something matte black, toe fin size, rocking the throwback. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let me go. Can I go? Can I get some?
Yeah, hey, listen, you already know how we do. Go ahead, let me hear
Okay,
with the
cipher.
blood clot. Wanna bumble with the B, huh? Bzz, throw a hex on the whole family. Dressed in all black like the Omen. Have your friends singing, this is for my homies.
This is for your homies.
Make it
Come
so
on,
sick.
Envy, get it.
Floss in my six
He used
with
to
the
be
legs
scared
on
of
my
it.
wrist. If it's murder, you know she wrote it.
That's right, girl.
Charlamagne. Deep.
Oh, let me get some. Okay, 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked if he can rub on my behind. So I said this rhyme I'm about to say. Envy don't touch me because I ain't gay.
What?
Hey.
Whoa. Look, listen, check this out. I appreciate the ciphers, man. Real
yes, sir.
Envy, man. I'm bringing the family out, the wife, the kids, the grandbaby. to the car show in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
So we're going to come out there. We're coming out there to support. We come out there to represent. As
Thank you.
always, listen, y'all catch me on that IG, OG Rob 300.
OG Rob.
Again, y'all have a safe weekend, you and your family.
You
Love,
too, OG
King,
Rob.
Love, King, love.
Now you ain't gay.
What?
What?
That's what he said.
I am very happy this morning. You hear me?
Okay.
I am extremely
Just making
happy.
sure. Just making sure.
Lizzo said on her new album, everybody's gay. We're going to talk to her about that this morning.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. And yes, Lizzo will be joining us next hour. And Neo as well. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
Jessica.
Hey, Jessica. Good morning. Get it off your chest.
Good morning. I'm calling you guys from Seattle. It's 3:19 here right now.
Oh, good morning.
I just went through the
206.
craziest things. So I'm up right now because my neighbor, before I implicate myself in anything, I want to say, first of all, she didn't tell me what had happened. All she did was text me and say, hey, I need you to come get me. And I said, where are you at? Are you good? And she said, no, come get me. So I go get her. She gets in my car, proceeds to tell me that some girl had messaged her dude or messaged her about her dude cheating with this girl. And so she tracked him down at the bar because she had his location. They started arguing in the parking lot, and she hit his car with her car and left. But I didn't know that. And I picked her up and brought her.
The accessory.
This sounds like the movie Zola or something.
The accessory to a crime now, ma'am.
But guys, it gets worse. Okay, so then we get to the apartment, and apparently, because she was waiting for me to come get her, he got back here. His car is all messed up. He gets back here, and her sister's waiting here to beat her ass. But I don't fight, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna drop you off, and then I'm gonna go around.
So basically, she did the put your shoes on challenge with you, and you wasn't ready.
She wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready to fight.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into. She set me up.
Yeah, that's not fair. She could have given you a little heads up.
So you watched her get beat up?
Wait. So then I get to the parking garage to let get around and get her in the building too. And this man's in a wheelchair, guys.
Wow.
You still ain't want no smoke.
It was a lot of stuff. No, not from his sister. His sister was like 3 times my size, which God bless, I love big girls, but I couldn't take her on.
Listen, I want the record to show that you started this conversation off by saying what had happened was, and I need the people to know that nothing good comes from that had being in between what and happened.
So now what's up with you and your neighbor?
It just happened, Yee.
So she went to a friend's house, thank God. So I'm about to go to bed, but I saw the time. I was like, I got to call the Breakfast Club. I'm from Virginia. I called before, but oh my God, yeah, it was a lot, y'all. It was a lot.
That is definitely a what had happened was. When someone says what happened, what happened was, that's a misdemeanor. When someone says what had happened, that's a felony.
So she crashed into her boyfriend's car who's in a wheelchair. The boyfriend's big sister came to beat you and her up, and you ran. That's the whole story.
Well, we made it out safely, but I still had to park the car, but she wanted to talk to him, and I was like, I'm not going up into that. No.
Okay, rational
so I let her talk. And then I made my way in, and I got her in, and we were safe. Everybody's safe. But it was a lot at 2 o'clock in the morning, y'all.
Wow, you and your neighbor must be good friends.
I just met her a couple weeks ago, so I'm just a good
What? Oh, my God.
Go to sleep.
Yes, but can I shout out my Instagram real quick?
Okay, please. If anybody needs a ride to go beat someone up, what's your Instagram?
Don't call you.
Yes, I'll give you the ride, but I'm not fighting for y'all. I just want to know where we're riding to and why we got to die. But I am a ride or die, okay?
No, you don't need to die, Queen. Okay. And by the way, you can. If she'd have walked in that house and shot somebody, you was going to jail too for being the getaway driver.
Exactly. That's why I said I do not want to implicate myself. But I started off by saying she just said I need help, and I said okay, I'll come pick you up. That's it.
Yep.
But my Instagram, can you guys follow me as well? It's Jess JESS LAVONNE.
If your Instagram is as entertaining as that story you just told, yes, you will get a follow from me.
My TikTok's viral right now because I just cut off my narcissistic ex.
Ooh.
So I got a video that's going right now that's 2.6 million views. Same name without the period.
Okay.
There's a lot going on over here, y'all.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too. Have a good weekend.
What a happy Friday to have.
Right? Jeez.
She's alive.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got rumors on the way?
Yes, and for some reason, Free Drake was trending, and it turns out people thought that Drake had gotten arrested. We'll give you the details that we do know.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Drake!
Listen up.
This just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report.
Gossip.
With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, Free Drake was trending on Twitter. There were rumors that Drake got arrested in Sweden. We don't even know where these rumors started, but according to his representation, he's fine. He has not been arrested at all. So he has not been taken into custody. I didn't even know this was a rumor until I saw that it wasn't true. So just for everybody, that might have seen that Free Drake and thought maybe this happened, it didn't.
He also announced his OVO festival, right?
Yeah, he announced that a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. All right, now Alfonzo Ribeiro has joined Tyra Banks as a co-host for Dancing with the Stars. He did win that competition series 8 years ago. Mm-hmm. By the way, that feels like, of course he won. That's Alfonzo Ribeiro. He's the type of person, if you were on that season with him, you should be nervous and know that he would have won. But the news is out. He posted, "I'm so excited to be the new co-host, coming soon to Disney Plus, along with host Tyra Banks." And here is the promo they put out.
I'm so glad that you made us wait for the Carlton. It's almost like dating, But anyway, I think that not only did you separate yourself from Carlton tonight because you did your dance or whatever, and we all loved it, we all wanted it, but I think this show and what you're doing each week, people are going to remember Alfonzo.
Oh, that's actually from his win when he won 8 years ago. Remember, he was a tap dance kid too.
Yeah, whoever that woman is, tell her to speak for herself. We absolutely know who Alfonzo Ribeiro is. Alfonzo is one of those people that's so famous for the role Carlton that we know Alfonzo Ribeiro plays that role. So stop it.
All right, now.
And he should be hosting Dancing with the Stars because he's got one of the most famous dances of all time. And don't y'all make that man do the Carlton dance at the end of every damn show now.
Or the Apache, remember that one?
But he could definitely dance, though.
Okay, now Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he has turned down the opportunity to host the Emmys. So apparently they had approached him, but he said to Entertainment Tonight that it was just a scheduling thing. It wasn't anything else. He said, "I was really, truly honored when they came to me and asked, but it was just a scheduling thing. That's all. That's really all it comes down to." People are not wanting to host things now. All right, Beyonce joined TikTok. That was a big deal for a lot of people. Listen, within a few hours, you know how many followers she got? 3.5 million. 3.5 million.
Did she post a video or no?
Yeah, she did. She posted Break Your Soul, and a lot of people are dancing to that. She said, "Seeing y'all release The Wiggle made me so happy. Thank you so much for all the love for Break My Soul, Love B." Now, they also said that she's making her whole catalog available on there as well. So
that's interesting. I didn't know it wasn't. Mm-hmm. I just assumed, an artist like Beyonce catalog would have been on TikTok, but I guess not. But now that she's over there, yes, it should be over there. Makes sense.
She's got that moment of just joining 3.5 million instantly. All right, now let's talk about Rick Ross versus Gilly the Kid. Not really sure why they're beefing like this, but there's been some recent back and forth, and it all started with Gilly the Kid talking about Rick Ross.
These old they don't hear the roar of the crowd no more, and they still think the world gonna come back. So they be on Instagram and they be on social media doing dumb shit. I just bought a cow. I was gonna bake you seeing you in them comments. I was gonna bake your goofy ass. Yeah, wrong, but you don't ever comment on nothing about me when you used to be a CEO, when you used to lock like Wallow in the cell. This ain't got nothing to do with you, player. But I was gonna bake your dumb ass. I just bought a cow. Why the would you buy a cow, you goofy ass? Yeah, but
I ain't gonna lie though, I'm gonna keep it real, they tried to go up on me down there, like, cause I made a statement and said I run a certain part of things, you feel me?
And you run it.
And we running it.
These old they mad at me cause I tell them all you you ain't gonna do nothing.
Okay.
What? It didn't start from
it started before that with the Lil Wayne situation where Gilly said that he went over to approach Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne ran.
Yes, and Rick Ross left a comment under a video that Mac Main posted. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, so that's really, but there's this whole back and forth now. Rick Ross posted, and He says he's going to start a podcast, and he goes on to respond. People feel like this is in response to Gilly. Here's what he said.
Fellas, let me give you the real game. When I spend more money on my cow huffs than you do on your wife and kids every month, you should take notes. But more importantly, meet my bear. This is my bear. My bear. I named my bear Lulu.
Now, Rick Ross said that, and then Gilly then responded on his Instagram. He put a screenshot, and he put Lock It Up podcast with Rick Ross. I got a name for your podcast, and he said, AKA the Mickey Mouse Show, and your history ain't right to F with me. You better leave that alone.
Hey, man, I don't like to see these two brothers having issues like this because we all too old and doing too well to be moving like this. I love Gilly the King. I love Rick Ross. I value and appreciate both those brothers, and those are two individuals that I really rock with, and I feel like they're very necessary for our culture, and I hope they can come to an understanding because this is silly.
Yeah, it feels like Rick Ross was just defending Lil Wayne, and then it just escalated from there.
Well, I mean, you know, some people could say, you know, Rick Ross didn't have to insert himself in that, but that's his guy. So Wayne is his guy. So hey, whatever. But either way, man, I don't like to see either one of these brothers having these issues, man. Both of those brothers are too vital to our culture right now to be having these kind of petty issues.
But I also think it went too far. But hopefully somebody can get in between it and squash it.
Maybe they'll have a sit down. That could be good.
Yeah, and both of them funny as hell. Mm-hmm. You want to see Gilly and Ross interacting with each other because they both are hilarious.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Front page news, what we talking about?
Well, let's talk about Joe Manchin, as he has issues with the climate and tax pieces of Joe Biden's agenda bill, but he does back the health care provisions, so now there's a decision that Democrats have to make. All right, and also in 15 minutes, Lizzo will be joining us, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our audible pick of the day is Moriarty, The Devil's Game. This original series asks, what if Sherlock Holmes was the real villain and his famous nemesis was framed? Start listening with a free 30-day Audible trial at audible.com/Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Where we starting, Yeezy?
All right. Well, Joe Manchin has people wondering what to do next in the Democratic Party. He said he's not willing to support major climate and tax provisions in a Biden agenda bill. And so he will, however, back health care provisions. Now, according to reports, they said there were some lengthy negotiations in which he did support certain things, but has now backed off of his support for certain provisions inclusion in the bill. Here is what Senator Manchin has to say on inflation.
Inflation numbers make you more inclined or less inclined to move forward with this reconciliation package? I'm asking you. What do you? I mean,
right now we should all be extremely cautious. I mean, people are hurting. The people are hurting. I mean, just the cost of every good, and especially the staples of life, whether it be milk and whether it be eggs, or whether it be the prices and the inflation, and also the energy that's taken right now in order to live a daily life.
All right, so he says he will not support a bill in August with energy or climate provisions or one that closes tax loopholes exploited by the wealthiest and large corporations, even though he had supported those specific things throughout the entire negotiation, according to one Democrat who was briefed about the discussions. They had hoped to pass a bill before September to prevent major insurance premium hikes under the Affordable Care Act, which could be difficult to avoid if they don't do this quickly.
It's just wild that they got the nerve to talk about inflation. You got the nerve to talk about people hurting, but you're not providing any relief for those people hurting. But yesterday, the House voted to approve an $840 billion military spending bill, and not one person asked how they pay for it. You know what I mean? So it's hypocrisy at its finest. Where do you get $840 billion for military spending, but you got the nerve that's so high? As Tupac once prophetically said, they got money for war but can't feed the poor. Shut up, Joe Manchin. Forever. Shut the F up forever, please.
All right, and Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has filed the first legal challenge to Joe Biden's executive order on abortion. You know, Joe Biden had said that doctors have to perform abortions as needed in emergencies, no matter what the law is in that state. And he's accusing the administration of turning emergency health care providers into walk-in abortion clinics and kicking off what's expected to be a legal battle between the White House and the red states. So At issue is Joe Biden's interpretation of a federal law. That federal law requires doctors to treat patients in medical emergencies, even if those patients don't have insurance, and also to provide the necessary stabilizing treatment. But and with this guidance that was issued on Monday, the Health and Human Services Department said the law would require doctors to perform abortions in medical emergencies if their clinical judgment finds such a procedure would help stabilize a pregnant patient. So Paxton said the administration went too far and has filed a complaint in the U.S. District Court, and that is for the Northern District of Texas. He said in a statement, this administration has a hard time following the law, and now they are trying to have their appointed bureaucrats mandate that hospitals and emergency medicine physicians perform abortions. So there you have it. They're trying to make sure that no matter what, even if it is a medical emergency in Texas, that you are still not going to have that access that could potentially save your life. All right, that is your front page news.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, Lizzo will be joining us. Lizzo's new album is out today, so we're going to be kicking it with Lizzo. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Certain people make my life easier by helping me out. And ZipRecruiter makes hiring easier because they do the work for you. How? ZipRecruiter's technology finds great candidates, and then you can invite them to apply. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast to try it for free.
The Breakfast Club. Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Who we got?
Lizzo's here.
Lizzo!
Emmy nominated Lizzo.
Emmy nominated.
Six times Emmy nominated.
Emmy
Number one song, Lizzo.
Number one song. Album this week, Lizzie.
How are you, first
Did you
and
call
foremost?
yourself?
I almost said Glizzy.
Lizzo.
Lizzie.
How are you? Forget the career and stuff. How are you personally?
I am finally okay. Yeah. Today. I woke up in a good mood. In a good ass mood. I woke up at 5 a.m.
Word. You know, I always tell, when I'm sitting down with my therapist, I always say I'm somewhere between O and K. I think that's a good place to be.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O.
No.
That means okay, like
okay. O and K.
She was very literal.
He was getting deep. He was trying to get deep.
I love that Lizzo came in and called y'all glizzy guzzlers immediately.
Oh, glizzy gladiators in the building.
That's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
That's what I heard.
That's not how it started. We were talking about hot dogs.
Yes.
And then for some reason we got into Orion's.
That's what she said. She said
Orion's belt.
You were talking about a glizzy, yes. And I was like, I didn't know was a glizzy. I thought glizzies were hot dogs.
Well, glizzy are hot dogs, but it's also
I've never heard it
It's also
referred
a
to
gun.
as
Oh, that's a gun.
a glizzy.
yeah, it's a Glock. A glizzy.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one either.
What do you call it? Like when you
What do I call
refer
it?
to it? Yeah. What word do you normally use?
I say a whoa. Because you know they call them wee-wees, but that sounds small, so I say a whoa.
Whoa sounds small. Oh, no.
No, whoa sounds amazing.
You pull it out and go, whoa.
So when you say it like that, that's different.
Whoa, I don't know if that could. That's actually a good way to make a guy feel, as you say, special. You'd be like, whoa, I don't
You
know.
gotta plug the album.
Yep.
You can say wee wee if it's cute. Just be like, oh, you got
wee-wee.
yeah, it's cute. Little
If
wee
it's
wee.
French, I'll call it a wee-wee.
Well, Lizzo's album is out this Friday.
Lizzoverse.
Now let's talk about it. Now you did this during the pandemic.
Yes, I did.
Now, how was that? Because you didn't have producers, you didn't have people around. You had to figure it out yourself.
Well, the first songs were bad. Good. I mean, I'm a great songwriter, so the songs were still good. But I was in my home studio, beating on a guitar and like doing an MPC, trying to make beats. It wasn't it. But really, all of these songs came after I wrote Rumors and I put Rumors out. I was like, this is how the world sees me. After Rumors came out, I got all this backlash, and I was like, holy shit, I'm not used to being in the public eye and dropping a song. So I wrote Special to kind of like protect myself and remind myself how special I am.
I love the fact that you had self-awareness to know that the music wasn't good. Because, you know, sometimes your ego will tell you, like, everything I do is great. Like, when do you think you developed that type of self-awareness?
I think it's because I'm a perfectionist and I'm really hard on myself. So I cut a lot of songs from this album. I wrote like over 170 songs and I had to cut a lot. Some of them had some of my favorite lyrics. I was rapping more on some songs and I was like, I gotta show people I rap, you know? But I narrowed it down to like the perfect songs. I was like, it has to be a perfect song. It has to mean something. So I think I can just be super hard on myself. It's really that.
Well, how do you know you're not lying to yourself? Because, you know, the things we tell ourselves is the most important. How do you know you're not lying to yourself?
Because I'll lie to myself in the opposite direction. I'll be like, this ain't good. And people have to be like, bitch, it's good. What you talking about?
That's what
Like,
I mean.
Oh.
That's what I mean. Like, you could be lying to yourself. The music could be actually good, but how do you know when you're not lying to yourself if it's just you?
You know, that happened with About Damn Time. I was like, I don't know about this one, y'all. And it was the last song to be written for the album. I turned in my master's in March, and I wrote it in February. And I was like, I don't know about this one, y'all. And that was the #1 song.
See what I'm saying?
Yes, I was wrong. I don't know. Prove me wrong.
When did Lizzo get the confidence? You know, when people talk now, they be like, I want confidence like Lizzo. So when did you get the confidence and be okay with the world and the trolls and the shots that they always throw at you? You go to the game, they throw a shot at you. You say something that's cool in the States, but maybe not cool overseas, they throw shots at you. When did you develop that confidence?
I think it's because my intention is always good. I'm very confident in the content of my character and the fabric of my being. Like, I feel like I'm a good person. And that's always my North Star. I'm always like, you know what? I didn't mean wrong. I was confused too. A lot of things, when I get backlash, I'll be like, wait, what did I do? You know?
The spaz thing confused us. Like,
I was mad you changed that, by the way.
You know, in New York or anywhere, people like, you spazzed out. It's not being...
Words matter. Spaz means to lose physical or emotional control. Like, a coach can spaz during a game. You can spaz out because you're upset about something. Like, it doesn't just mean a physical ailment.
Yeah.
It's a nuanced conversation. And I was like, what's the best thing I can do? I can say my opinion on it and just add to everyone else's opinion, or I can do something about it. And really, I wanted to be a leader in what we should be doing as a culture, like making this world a better place. Like, if they could do that for Black people, that would be amazing.
True.
When we call things out, if they can make changes that quickly for us, if I can do it that quickly, I did it on a Sunday night, it was fixed by Monday. They could do that for us when we call out injustices about us. So I wanted to be a leader in that.
You say fixed, but you didn't do anything wrong because you used it in this proper context. Like, words matter. This is a dictionary defined word.
Right.
You know, and you used it in the proper context.
You know, it was news to me too. You learn something new every day.
But I think it was a great example to say, okay, people have a problem with this. It's not a big deal for me to just change the word. It wasn't my intent to offend people. I feel like that was kind of like, you know, a good way to instead, because sometimes you can get defensive and then it turns into a whole way bigger
But words matter.
issue.
Words do matter.
And you use the word in its proper context.
Intention, I think, too.
Intention matters, yes.
And I think that people pick and choose when intention matters. And in this case, my intention was pure. Anyone who knows me and anyone who listened to the context of a song would know that I didn't use it as a slur. I didn't even use it as a slur. I used it as like an adjective.
As the dictionary defined word. You used it right. Hold my bag, bitch. Hold my bag. Do you see this shit? I'm a spaz.
Yeah.
Okay, girl.
Okay. That's right, girl. Let's go, baby.
But she's right. It's not a slur. It's a word in the dictionary, and you use it in its proper context.
And words can be used as slurs. So that's where it the nebulous, the gray area comes in. I didn't use it as a slur, and I think that the backlash of, you just lost a fan, is unnecessary when someone's intention wasn't negative or to harmful.
They spazzed on you. They did.
Okay,
You gonna get me cancel on my album.
And how do you know these people are, I'm not saying that all of them aren't real, but sometimes people just do things to with you on social media. So how do you know that these are even real people and not like bots?
I think that I have a gift of discernment from God, and I use it very wisely, because every time I get backlash, I don't apologize or change things. This was a rare instance for me because I did the research. I don't think I just go off of what people say. I need to look into it for myself and know what I'm doing before I make a big decision like that, because that was a big decision.
You're gonna be changing the lyrics to Everybody's Gay? Because everybody's not gay. They're LGBTQ plus. It's a whole spectrum.
Everybody's gay is not what you think it is.
We're happy.
Oh, that's what it means, happiness? See, words matter.
It's not
see
what
I'm
you
saying? You see what I'm saying? Words matter.
It's up to your interpretation.
Yeah, you can interpret.
That's what
Gay
you should
is
have
a
told them about
feeling.
Spaz. Okay.
Gay is an experience.
I'm with you.
Now, you always talk about
Gay is a glizzy.
Gay is a brown glizzy with a pink tip.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Isn't that uncircumcised?
That's Orion.
They acted like they didn't see it, but they seen it.
I haven't seen it.
We all seen it.
I haven't seen it. All right, we got more with Lizzo. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Lizzo. Yee.
BET Awards, I remember I woke up in the morning and Roe versus Wade was overturned.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's something that you've been really focused on as far as making sure that people have money and access to be able to make decisions about their own family planning.
Absolutely. I mean, between me and Live Nation, we've pledged $1 million to Planned Parenthood and abortion funds. And also, over 4th of July weekend, I was like, yeah, let's celebrate our independence. Anything you buy at Yiddy, that's going straight to abortion funds. All the proceeds go to abortion funds. So I was born to do this. And once I was ready in this position to give back, I was like, let's go. It's time. Like, that's what I got to put me here.
You got that Yiddy on now.
I got my Yiddy on, you know what I'm saying? Yiddy chain, Yiddied up, Yiddy down.
What's Yiddy mean?
Yiddy, that's my nickname when I was a little kid.
Okay, how'd you get that?
Well, my name is Melissa, and my brother he said Mayitta. So my auntie, she was like, Mayitta, you said Yiddy? And so Yiddy, you know, in Detroit, we all got nicknames.
So where did Lizzo come from?
Lizzo was in middle school.
Okay.
So Melissa, you know, in Houston, you would put the O on the end. So it was Lizzo. Yeah, so I have a lot of names, guys. I have a lot of nicknames.
Now, since you write your own music, let's talk about some of these songs.
Okay.
Okay, Break Up Twice. What inspired that?
So I had a barbecue at my house and I invited a man, and you tell your girlfriend that go down, you know, and so they always know.
And then they be mad at him.
At this particular barbecue, if you don't got a friend that's gonna slash, you know, your ex's tires, like, is that your friend? Do you have friends?
Was he an ex at that time, or was he getting back in?
He was getting back in at that time.
See what I'm saying? So she just slapped the tires for no damn reason. Knowing you gonna go back.
You know what? She didn't slash them tires though, because he been right ever since. And so I went in the studio that week with Mark Ronson, and I was like, I need to write about this. Like, all my songs are about things that happened to me. Literally, the first verse talks about the barbecue.
So if somebody dates Lizzo, they have to know that they could possibly be on the song.
Absolutely. I'm Black Taylor Swift. I really am.
No questions asked.
I'm trifling.
But that's what's hard about telling your friends something when things are going bad and then they hate the guy that you're dating, and then y'all get back together and they like, we done spent all this time.
See, that's why I don't talk too badly about his character. It's just what he do. I'll be like, he's a good person, but this is what he did. Am I tripping? And they be like, you not tripping. You not tripping.
Do you talk about the glizzy too? Because sometimes women don't want to talk to their friends about what it's like. But some girls
why?
I heard women say that I don't want to talk about how good a guy is in bed to other women because I don't want them to, well, obviously with your friends, they wouldn't want him. But I've heard them say, I don't want anybody to know because...
Wow, I don't have that fear. But it's like, okay, you kind of got to analyze your relationship with that
Right, with your friends, if you feel like you can't say.
Yeah.
Because the first thing you want to do is like, girl, let me tell you, it was amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God. New fear unlocked.
Have you ever told a friend that with the intent to share? Have women ever done that? Like, nigga, you need to get some of that.
I have been in that situation. It was like, it Yelp. It was like, highly recommend, 5 stars. You should try it.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly.
I miss Yelp.
That happens. There was a real Yelp.
Yeah, it was, and then they got it canceled.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Oh, Yelp got canceled, but Pornhub's still around. Come on, we need something too. Damn, let us have Yelp.
Goodness gracious.
What would y'all rating be on Yelp?
Depends who you ask.
Some nights might not be such a great.
Early me, I would get about a 0.
Oh.
Yeah, we heard.
Shut up.
Damn.
Now you got to explain something. Now I look crazy.
I'm not explaining nothing.
Oh,
You heard from who?
all right,
His
so listen.
wife told us all that he was terrible.
Close your mouth. It's not that bad.
You just asked me to tell her.
So when
Explain.
I met my wife when she was 15, I was 16. So the first time when we had sex for the first 10 years, I couldn't make an orgasm from. She said, "Oh,
When she finally, she was like, "It's about damn time."
From intercourse, I couldn't. My mouth game was good, but intercourse, I couldn't. 10 years.
Oh, man.
We were young, but we good now.
10 years?
Can you imagine, Lizzo? Could you be with somebody that you couldn't orgasm for 10 years?
You would have spazzed, right?
Don't do that.
Where my manager at?
Don't do that.
But it was 10 years. So we've been married 21, been together 27.
I haven't even been with nobody for 10 years. I can't imagine being with somebody for 10 years. That's a long time, yo.
You gonna be with this one for 10 years?
Woo! Maybe.
What's his name, Yee? I can't.
Mike?
I'm not gonna tell.
Oh.
It's out already. Is that? I thought it.
They was on the red carpet.
We haven't done a red carpet yet, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Y'all made it Instagram official.
That was a FYC. Well, I ain't tag them.
You didn't have to.
Tag them. This was a soft launch.
Yo, that's hilarious.
I have to respect his privacy. We haven't done a carpet yet. When we do a carpet, y'all
Then
gonna
it's
know.
official.
Y'all gonna know.
So Instagram official is not a thing if you don't tag him.
Exactly.
Wow.
Does he keep you laughing all the time? Because you know that's important.
There the smile go. Look at that. There's the blush and go.
He's funny, yeah. He's funny.
So it might last 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a traditional relationship scares me for 10 years, but love is forever. I can love somebody forever.
I want to hear more. What does a non-traditional relationship look like to Lizzo? I don't even like to say words like non-traditional, traditional. What is a relationship?
It's like monogamy, I think, to me, is a little claustrophobic. I think because there's the rules. I think a love relationship that's not monogamous has no rules. And I think people who do poly and all that stuff, there's still rules. It's like, well, you can see this person, but you can't see this person. I don't want any rules, but that doesn't mean I'm out here and ducking and you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean he is either. It just means that there's just no expectations.
Yeah.
And that way the love gets to just be the main event, not well, you were supposed to call me and why aren't you home by it's do what you want to do as long as you love me.
That's so interesting to me because I don't think the male ego could ever handle that. I think the male ego is too fragile for that.
What do you mean?
I just don't think a man could ever deal with his woman being with another man. Another woman, probably more than
That's not true.
likely.
There's cuckolds, and they love it.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
Salute to
I think
those brothers. Salute to those. Salute. They must have done a lot of therapy.
Not this way. I heard things about it.
That's a waste of time. That's not about to spend all this money for 10 years to watch you never make her orgasm.
Just these two.
Right,
But what if he was like, I just want us to be in a just me and you. I don't want you to do nothing else. I want to be with just you.
Well, we could still have that and not call it monogamy.
Okay.
What would you call it?
It's the label.
Just love.
Okay.
It's I just love you. I'm not worried about nobody else. I'm not worried about nobody else sexually, romantically, or emotionally. I'm just worried about you. And I think that's what we have, which is the most beautiful, pure thing ever.
So you could be committed to one glizzy for the rest of your life?
Baby, this glizzy.
Ooh,
Okay.
All right, we got more with Lizzo when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Lizzo. Charlamagne?
When it comes to reactions, what causes a greater reaction? Being number one, having a number one song, or being nominated for 6 Emmys?
My reactions are very quiet. I don't go, woo! I haven't gone, woo! about anything in a long time.
Really?
I think I carry all of my shock and excitement inside.
Right.
So even when I got the Emmy call yesterday morning, I didn't know what to do next. And my assistant was like, go outside and scream. I got some roosters in my backyard and I woke the roosters up. She was like, wake the roosters up for a change. And I was like, I got got 6 Emmy nominations. The rooster was like,
That's dope. Everybody's spazzing.
Yeah. Did any of the roosters ever chase you?
This is why I can't be on this show.
It's the truth. I'm just trying to tell people the proper context of the word. That is when the word.
Stop using it.
No, I'm not gonna stop using the
I'ma
word
just
that's
say,
in the dictionary.
With Lizzo here.
TikTok, you know that I do not have any control over what this man says or does. TikTok is out of my control. TikTok, no, I disagree with everything. I disagree.
Protect Lizzo.
Just please keep me out of it. If you're going to come for somebody, please come for them.
You talk about Prince and how Prince was a mentor early on. Can you tell us one of those stories for people that haven't heard of you working in the studio with Prince? Because he even was going to EP an album for you before he passed.
That's wild.
So can you tell one of those stories of you in the studio with Prince?
It makes me so sad, actually, thinking and talking about it. I think one of the greatest stories I still have is I got invited to Paisley Park like last minute to see Prince perform on piano. And I walked in and I was like, you think he gonna do Purple Rain? They were like, no, he don't do Purple Rain no more. And then he did Purple Rain.
Right.
And when he was performing Purple Rain, he started getting emotional and he started crying towards the end. And then he finished it and he got up and he stormed off the stage and we were like, I was just standing there clapping. And he came back out and was like, I gotta put that song in a different spot. Because it was early in the set.
Did he say anything to you that empowered you early on? Like made you feel like, man, I can really do this?
Yeah. He said, Lizzo, you're next.
Wow.
You're up next. And then said it in magazines. Like, you know, was proud of me, was giving me cosigns when nobody was giving me cosigns when I was an indie rapper. Like, that was such a big deal to me. I do a lot of things to make Prince proud.
That had to be like 6-7 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time ago.
And he wanted to EP your album, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. I still have the emails to this day. I look at it sometimes and be like, damn.
But he never sent a beat or nothing yet. He was just
Yeah, I mean that's so interesting because I wonder like what musical direction would Prince have taken Lizzo in?
Right?
Like I really wonder that. Like I guess that's one of the things we'll never know, but I just wonder.
I wonder too. I think he wanted me to be on my like rap and sing. Like he wanted to get weird with it. Like, but you know, we'll never know.
Growing up as a kid, you know, your mother was singing gospel music. You were into the church. So when you started popping and you were cursing and what did mom do? What did the family think?
I still don't cuss in front of my mom.
As you should.
Exactly.
But she had the songs. She had interviews.
I always have to apologize. Like I'll be like, Mommy, you know. But now that I'm rich, she's like, girl, you better cuss me out, bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
You be like, bitch, let me tell you.
right. Like right here. But yeah, in the beginning I was so nervous and scared. I didn't cuss at all. My first projects on Lizzo Bangers, I didn't cuss. Big Girl Small World, I didn't cuss because I was afraid that my great grandma would hear me. And one day I was just like, you know, I gotta say what I want to say. If I hold back, you know, I'm gonna stay back. So I told my mom, I was like, when I'm on stage, I'm gonna say some bad words, but it's cool, right? And she's like, it's fine. She don't like cussing because she can't cuss. She's a Virgo. She's bad at cussing. You know, those Virgos can't really cuss good. Are you a Virgo?
No, I'm a Cancer.
Oh.
I'm a Virgo.
Sensitive, emotional.
You're a Virgo?
September 3rd.
You cuss?
Yes.
Say
It don't sound though.
It really don't.
That didn't sound right.
You know what? How you know it don't sound right? His voice gets high.
It does. All you gotta do is go back to an interview with Jesus and Mero. The interview starts off, pick up the kid and see.
I forgot he did that.
They even look at Mero, was like, that's the best you got.
Yeah, he's not a good cursor. Now that you
Exhibit
mention
A.
it. Yeah.
not.
That's
That's
not
right.
bad at cussing.
How important a role does faith play in your life?
Ooh, it's everything. I mean, I grew up in the Church of God in Christ, right? I think my anxiety got in the way of my faith for a long time because if you're afraid, that means you're not trusting in God. I say the Lord's Prayer every single day now. I started maybe like during the pandemic, actually, because I was having nightmares. I was going through it because the world, and I was also having a lot of personal loss and issues and problems. And I started praying every single day, and it is like the most important part of my day. It's better than any vitamin you can take, is sitting back and praying and knowing that you are covered.
All right. Well, let's play special right now, and we appreciate you for joining us. But we got to end on a prayer because you talked about your prayer before.
Thank you,
BT,
God.
and you pray every day.
I mean, he wants you to pray.
Yeah,
you want me to
I
pray?
thought he was about to pray also. I was like, okay, Envy.
Come on.
We gonna get into this, y'all.
I know you can't wait to hold my hand.
Right, you can't hold my hand.
This is about to be you need to hold Polo hand.
Hold his hand, Eddie. Everybody's gay.
All right.
There you go.
I can feel the energy in here.
Crespo, grab Yee's hand.
There's been so
right
many
past
people
the ass, right
in
past the
here,
yitty
Lord
ass.
God. Yes.
Did you even
Lord,
see that,
Lord.
Lizzo? Did you see that big yitty ass over there?
I did see it. I see
Weird
it
thing to show you before you pray,
every
but it's
day
okay.
in the mirror. Lord God, we thank you so much every single day for life and life more abundantly, Lord God. I just want to plead the blood of Jesus on every single person in this room, Lord God, and extend that out into this entire building, Jesus. They are covered, Lord God. They are more than conquerors, Lord God. And I pray that we can go out and conquer the day, Lord God, fearlessly, to know that you are with us, Lord God. You are by our side. Thank you so much, Lord God. Every single day we pray and we love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I'm gonna tell you something. Them flute playing fingers are soft as hell. Damn, Lizzo. I didn't want to let go.
All right.
Damn.
What can I say? Glizzy grabber.
By the way, Charlamagne felt like you copied him with this because he said
right after the prayer. But guess what? God knows our heart.
God knows our heart.
Charlamagne said he did this first. I just want to tell you when he was giving these out.
Charlamagne gave me an ass like that.
But no, mine was not. It wasn't
You
a mold.
had a booty pillow?
Yeah, it wasn't a mold of my actual.
It was a
butt,
mold
though.
of his actual ass.
No, it was not a mold of my actual ass.
He was like, Lizzo copied me. I
My ass ain't as fat as the mold.
Wait, I'm sorry. What is going on?
Yes.
Lizzo, everybody's gay.
For my birthday, he gave me a mold of his ass.
That is so sweet. And what did you do with it is the question.
Tell him what you did. Exactly. Tell the truth.
Just one time.
There you go.
Okay, 10 years of practice will get you somewhere. Okay.
The Breakfast Club. Good morning. That was Lizzo with Special. Shout to Lizzo. Her album is out today.
And it's called Special. Salute to Lizzo, man. Lizzo has such great energy. I love seeing people like really come up the way Lizzo did. Because like I said in the interview, 3-4, no, it was way longer than that. Like 5-6 years ago, we was hosting red carpets together at MTV, and these executives knew she was a star. They just didn't know what she was going to be a star at, and now look at her.
She's found a place.
Well, I'm not going to say executives. I'm going to say Jessica Zalk, and salute to Jay-Z. What up, Jay-Z?
All right, well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk. Carisha, please.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
All right. Well, Kevin Gates was the guest on Carisha Please, as Carisha is Young Miami, her podcast that's on Revolt. And he talked about a lot of different things. Now, the tease was always about whether or not he had a relationship with sleeping with his own cousin. And here is his explanation.
So did you really your cousin?
Duh.
Why?
So I'm saying, like, so right now, I just got a question for you.
Okay.
If me and you meet,
Uh-huh.
you know, and we just, you know, I put it on you,
Okay.
the right way. I introduce you to my grandmother, and she, baby, who your people is? Like, now, me and you cutting up now. She put me to the side and say, baby, that's your cousin. I ain't about to stop.
What?
The damage has been done. I didn't know you my whole life. I just found this out. We already been thugging. And then she wasn't no close cousin. She was about she like my third cousin or something. I don't know. I don't care.
All right, third cousin.
I don't know. Somebody said that they're your cousin during sex. I don't think that would keep you hard.
I don't think it was during sex. He said
Oh, I
his
thought it was
grandmother
during
pulled him to
sex.
the side.
Oh,
and
that's
told him.
different. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I mean, yeah, to his point, yeah, the damage has already been done. I thought he meant like during sex.
No.
No, you whisper in your ear, you know I'm your cousin. What?
All right. And Kevin Gates also talked about being able to start car batteries with his hands.
So I heard you could start car batteries with your hands.
Yeah, our bodies are electric. And I didn't do that like I'm no special person. I didn't even want to talk about that shit. But I just always been kind of gifted my whole life. Like the people that don't believe me, please don't believe me. Never, I'm a big liar, don't believe me. But it's just a lady was in need. And I just did what felt right. I just rubbed my hands together and prayed. And it was the power of God, really. I prayed over her better. So that's why I don't like to talk about it, because it's like I'm taking credit for that. I didn't do that. That lady was stranded on the side of the road.
Dropping the clues bombs with Kevin Gates. I believe him.
Well, don't try it out there.
I believe him. 'Cause
How about
I've done. I can breathe underwater, but nobody believes me when I say that, so I don't say nothing about it either. I don't talk about it.
I don't believe you either, but
You're a mermaid.
Don't try it. All right?
Merman.
Somebody's there.
I'm a mer this. My pronoun is this.
This?
And my wife's pronoun is that.
There you go. Yeah, but don't try it.
All right. In addition to that, he discussed, he said he makes women smell themselves before he performs oral on them. And he has said this before. And he also talked about women and cleansing themselves and how important that is.
I look and she clean, you could look good, but it's about hygiene. Because if you freak and I like you, we could try things. So now I have had some disappointments. I done had to put my finger down there and put it up under their nose. You wanted me to eat this? Smell it. You don't smell it? So I done had some disappointments. I know.
You do that?
What?
Oh my God.
I tell what God loves, the truth. Because some women haven't been trained properly how to clean themselves.
Oh,
they don't know what a vaginal wall cleaning is. They don't know they're not supposed to use tampons. They don't know that the dead uterus line and get stuck around their walls and cause odor. They don't know that. Don't know soap supposed to go on your bitch, when I bathe you, this the cleanest you're going to ever feel in your life.
I don't even know what else he said after. You want me to eat this?
My goodness.
Man, that is hilarious.
All right,
my
now,
God.
This is something I've been hearing people talk about a lot lately, semen retention. And he discusses the importance of that for himself and how to train yourself.
I've been practicing semen retention for the last, I don't know how many years. I don't release no semen. And people tell me like your skin.
Well, you don't?
I don't release. I aim to please my partner. After the woman come 1,000,000 times, I'm done.
Really?
Yes, ma'am, but this is my life force. So if we set the intention to have a child, then yeah, but most people don't know is when you release your semen, your bone marrow, your hair start thinning, you age. This is our life force.
That's one of the best feelings ever, though.
What? With an orgasm?
Mm-hmm.
You can do it in where it stay inside your body. Once you train yourself, it stay in your body.
So how do you train yourself for that?
Discipline.
Have y'all ever tried that?
No.
And all I know is y'all better hope this doesn't spark the you want me to eat this challenge. Boy,
you still on that, man?
I'm just saying, if y'all better hope this don't spark the you want me to eat this challenge. Because boy, oh boy.
Now,
you stupid.
He also discussed his wife, Drika, and he said that she'll always be his best friend, but there were rumors that she cheated. Here's what he had to say.
Like, it depends on what type of value you have to me. If you're my place of peace, I'm not gonna f it up.
Okay.
When you say a man cheating, no, he going looking for peace somewhere else because he's not receiving peace where he at.
Not true.
Okay, so you my peace, and we arguing every night. That's not peaceful.
I can be your peace and you still go cheat.
You arguing though? We arguing? Can I be myself around you?
Yes.
Okay, watch this. So if it's something you don't agree with, you ever just and gave off that up energy?
Yeah.
I'ma catch that.
Okay.
And
you guess what?
And that's gonna disrupt
you gonna
my
respect
peace.
it.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a compliance.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a lot more on here, but yes, it was definitely trending yesterday as he talked about different things like oral and the Eat a Booty Gang and all of that. So there you have it. Carisha, please, on Revolt. And that is your rumor report.
All right. Charlamagne, smell this.
You want me to smell it? You want me to eat this? How do you respond to that if you're a woman? If you're a woman, how do you even respond to that if a guy says that to you? That is like beyond disrespectful. But I don't know if it's disrespectful or just honest.
All right.
That's all you would say?
Oh, no. I mean,
all right. You want me to eat this? All right.
The two of y'all are just flirting with each other. It was confusing.
I'm not flirting. I'm asking the woman in the room, how would you
most
respond
people
to that?
I know, most women, if you smell good, you enjoy that part of it. So I've never had anybody do that to me, so I don't know what the response would be.
Man, well, I tell you one thing. That's a
But
great
if you're good,
joke.
you like how it tastes, you like all of that. So that's why you got to eat right and make sure you have your fruits.
Freaky
and vegetables,
Friday!
Because everything you put in your body comes out in some way or another, and I promise you can taste what people's dietary habits are like and their cleanliness is like.
Well, I'm telling you, when you want me to eat this challenge start, boy, oh boy. Before after the hour,
good,
donkey
I
of the day, huh?
I said I juice. I'm good. So.
Oh, okay. A donkey of the day is going to a 911 operator named Leon Price. He needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him this morning.
All right, we'll get to the donkey of the day next, and then Neo will be joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our Audible pick of the day is The Big Lie, an Audible original starring John Hamm. It's about 3 filmmakers producing a controversial movie in Hollywood during the 1950s. Start listening with a free 30-day Audible trial at audible.com/Breakfast Club.
Don't be out here acting like a donkey.
Hee-haw, bitch. Hee-haw.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I'm a big boy. I can take it. If he feel I deserve it, ain't no big deal.
I know Charlamagne guy gonna have some funny shit say out his mouth.
If you gotta say something you may not agree with, doesn't mean I'm mean.
Who's getting that donkey?
That donkey. Don't.
Donkey of the day right there.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You can call me the donkey of the day, but I mean no harm.
Well, donkey of the day for Friday, July 15th goes to a 911 dispatcher from Pennsylvania named Leon Price. Leon Price is from Waynesburg, Pennsylvania. Now, in 1990, a group of black philosophers named Public Enemy told us something that was true then, and it remains true now. 911 is a joke. Okay, it is a white devil damn shame that in 2022 that remains true. Let me hear a little bit of 911 as a joke, Eddie. Let me hear it. And slaughter, and rightfully so, after allegedly refusing to send an ambulance to help a woman who later died from internal bleeding. Let's go to WGAL NBC 8 for the report, please.
A Pennsylvania 911 operator is facing involuntary manslaughter and other charges for failing to send an ambulance to the home of a woman who died a day later of internal bleeding. 50-year-old Leon Price of Waynesburg is charged in the July 2020 death of Diana Cronk. The charges are based on Price's failure to dispatch help without getting assurance that Cronk would go to the hospital.
Lord have mercy. First of all, man, RIP to Diana Cronk. Sending condolences and healing energy to the family of Diana Cronk. There's nothing more maddening than people who simply just won't do their job. Okay, I'm telling you, it takes a certain kind of human to be of service, and that human has to be selfless, not selfish. Okay, you, sir, don't get to make those kind of decisions about my health or my life. Imagine you calling 911. You already stressed, scared, frantic, the range of emotions one must feel when they believe their mom is dying. And you got to argue with this evil ass, clearly hurt, taking his job way too serious, individual who has become the system he works for, about whether or not your mom is going to refuse hospital transport. Hey, Leon, you idiot. I'm the one calling you. I called 911 because I absolutely, positively need hospital transport. That's why I'm calling you. I just told you I think my mother is going to die if she doesn't get to the hospital. Okay, there is nothing else you should have done in that moment, Leon, but send the ambulance. Okay? Now, this case is being expanded to 911 management to see if this was a result of a potential unwritten 911 management policy in Greene County. I don't know if they have an unwritten management policy in Greene County, but I do know that 911 has a lot of unwritten policies, okay? 911 has a tendency to discriminate against black people in particular, brown people, poor people. They will respond faster to certain zip codes than others, and like most institutions in America, it's designed to be that way, okay? The 911 system we have today was created in direct response to the 1967 civil rights protest. We do know that, right? The 911 system was the racist, white supremacist response against black American patriots demanding equality during the Lyndon B. Johnson administration, all right? It was provoked by President Richard Nixon's 1968 Law and Order election campaign. Go do your Googles. Okay, I'm not an expert at nothing, all right? The problem with 911 is either they come too slow, don't come at all in the case of Diana Cronk, or they send out police officers to respond to things police officers shouldn't respond to, like mental health crises, which is why I thank God, starting tomorrow, 988 will be designated as the new 3-digit dialing code that will send callers to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Drop on the clues bombs for 988, okay? Salute to Shanti Dawes and attorney Corey Minor-Smith. You know, they both hit me up yesterday. And, attorney Corey Minor-Smith was telling me what makes this so noteworthy is the effort to distinguish from 911. Okay, not just to address mental health crises, but also to eliminate racism, discrimination, and addressing cause. Now, Diana Cronk was not black from what I can see. I believe she's white. But this is what America doesn't understand. All of these institutions, all of these systems that have been rooted in white supremacy, these systems that were designed to discriminate, right, eventually will discriminate against you. That's why I don't understand folks who sit around and just watch people be evil. Do you know at some point it will be your turn? Okay, these systems were designed by rich old white men to protect rich old white men. The rest of us, we gambling, rolling the white devil damn dice with all of these systems in America that are rooted in white supremacy. White supremacy is the Frankenstein monster that will eventually cannibalize us all. And these systems in America rooted in white supremacy are definitely a Frankenstein monster that will eventually cannibalize us all. That's what I personally believe happened in this situation with Leon Price. Okay, he became the system that he worked for. All right, a system that was designed to discriminate, a system rooted in evil, eventually over time will grow to discriminate against the very people it was designed to protect. Guaranteed. God told me to tell you that, by the way. What you built to destroy others will eventually destroy you. Please let Remy Ma give this 911 operator Leon Price the biggest hee-haw.
You stupid motherfucker. You dumb.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day. Next, when we come back, Neo will be joining us. Neo has a new album out today. What's the name of Neo's album?
Self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory. And we're going to kick it with Neo.
Explanatory.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Didn't I?
You said planetary.
Oh, you know what I meant.
No. You cannot say planetary and self-explanatory and say you know what I meant. Hell no, I didn't know what you meant if you said planetary.
I didn't say planetary. I said explanatory.
Oh, I thought you said planetary. I thought
He
you
did
turned
say
into
planetary, like
that's
a
what I thought
planetarium.
too. I thought you turned into Neil deGrasse Tyson for a minute.
Shut up. All right, when we come back, Neo, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I got
Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Certain people make my life easier by helping me out. And ZipRecruiter makes hiring easier because they do the work for you. How? ZipRecruiter's technology finds great candidates and then you can invite them to apply. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast to try it for free.
The Breakfast Club. Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building, Neo.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
How's everything with you?
All good. How y'all doing?
Good. We haven't seen you since when? The pandemic. I think we checked in one time in the pandemic.
Yeah. No, we was at the BT. You can't. It's not the radio room no more. No, they called it something else.
They still call it the radio room.
They was adamant like, hey, this is the what was it?
I kept calling it the radio room. Then.
The something hub, the content hub or something.
They didn't tell me
so
that.
it's a room full of radio folks. It ain't the radio room no more. All right.
You got a new project dropping today. So what made you do this album, huh?
Yo, I started this album in 2018. Pandemic happened, screwed up everything, so I'm actually happy that this album is finally getting out. The album is basically snapshots of my life from 2018 to now. A lot of things have gone down, you know what I'm saying? And we cover all of that in the album. Self-explanatory is the name of the joint, and it's quality music start to finish. But don't take my word for it. Check it out for your damn self, y'all.
So how did you break it down? Because during the pandemic, there was a time where you and your wife were going through problems.
Yeah.
Y'all made it through. So how do you see that through the album? So it's the first part of the album, I hate you, I'm leaving, and then the end part of it.
I feel like there's
we back
one
together,
song.
I love you. You know what I mean? Like
That's like
work?
that.
The whole album, the whole album is not just about me and my wife. There are songs that kind of document different times in the situation that we was going through, but the whole album ain't based on that.
Like Don't Love Me. Okay, let's talk about that because I know when that song came out, I was like, okay, Neo. So you were telling her to just kind of like walk away from you.
I was
Was that one about your wife?
That one's definitely about my wife.
That was the 2018 one.
Yes.
You also was talking about getting other girls' numbers and all that and getting caught like that.
Man.
So that really happened.
It did. I don't deny it or run from it.
Goodness gracious.
I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing as a husband.
So let's start off with the leave me, walk away.
So basically, I was at a place where I genuinely didn't feel like I was going to be able to be the man that she deserved. So that's where the song came from. The song started out as an open letter that I had written to her, and I was basically telling her that you might be better off just leaving me alone. Yeah.
So if she caught you, like how would she catch you, and then what would your explanation be?
Well, I'm the kind of person where if you done caught me, ain't no explanation. It's like, all right, well, you caught me, and it is what it is at this point. And now we got to figure out where we're going from here.
Some guys feel like if I lie to you, that means I love you because it'll hurt you more. So, and they'll try to explain it away like that.
I mean, I'll say this: I don't think I'm the only person on the face of the planet that's ever lied trying to protect somebody from the ugly truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a thing that happens. I personally, and this is just me, before this makes a damn headline somewhere, I personally am a person that is not angry at living in a blissful bubble of ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is rarely pretty, and in this world, in this life, you have to choose your happy. So I choose to believe the truth that makes me happy, as opposed to searching for the ugly truth that's gonna mess up my happy.
Ignorance.
Like
is
I
bliss.
even tell my friends, like, yo, if you ever found out anything about my wife, don't bring me that.
Really?
For real. Why would you
Envy's
mess
the
with
same
my
way.
happy? Why would you do that?
I think you should only want to know if it's going to change things, right? Like if you're like, if I find this out, I'm leaving, then that might make it. But if you're like, I'm gonna stay with this person anyway.
Listen, I wake up every morning and breakfast is cooked, my kids is taken care of. Every time we around each other, we smiling and happy and things are blissful. And then on my deathbed, somebody tell me that you cheated on me my whole life. I lived a pretty good damn life. I'm not gonna trip off that. That's me.
What made you change though? So what made you go from leave to I want to work this out and I want to change as a man?
Realizing that for one, it ain't nothing in the streets. It really ain't, fellas. It really ain't. And then for two, when it comes to just this life, just this whole, I want to build a life with somebody. I want to share a life with somebody. Like I realized I don't want to do that with nobody else. And if me being with her means me not being that other person, then I have to not be that other person. And it's really as simple as that.
Did you take, you not being with her, you leaving the house, your time apart, or did you take seeing somebody else and be like, this is not my wife?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
He said, I only want you to love.
There we go.
And how was she accepting of it? Like, how did she forgive? Because she had to forgive.
She didn't.
And then she finally forgive. And does she forgive now?
If it's too easy, sometimes y'all really take that for granted too.
Very
If
true,
every
very
time you
true.
do something and you could just come right back and they're like, okay, babe, come on. Then
No, it's the earning. It's definitely the earning that counts. That counts for something. Yeah, if you take you back too easy, you probably just gonna mess up again because you don't realize that there's any consequence to your actions. So yeah, it was not an easy situation. She definitely didn't take me back right away. I had to work. I had to earn this second chance.
did you have to sleep in a different room?
Yeah, all that.
Was the pandemic good or bad? See, because there's no running away, right? You know what I mean? Those conversations you can't leave. So
that was actually the saving grace. The fact that I couldn't run away. The fact that she couldn't run away. Like we was right there in each other's faces. We had to have the conversation.
Do you remember the first time she let you back in the room?
Yeah.
That's always a monumental thing because that's when you feel like, all right.
Oh no, because I thought I was all the way back in and it wasn't that. She said, hey.
That's what y'all be thinking.
Don't touch me. Go over there.
Put the pillows in between.
Yeah. I said you could sleep in the bed. I ain't say you could sleep in the bed.
But you got to take what you could get at those little moments. You're like, all right, we'll take this little bit of progress.
Baby steps. It's all good. It's all good.
What about your kids?
Back now.
Did your kids know what was going on during the time? Did you explain it to them? Did you have to have that conversation with them?
No. So we were separated, but we were still in the same house because quarantine.
But kids know. They feel it.
They felt it, but they didn't. You know what I mean? Because we've always been really good about not doing that in front of them. God forbid, even if we decided to not be together no more, our kids will only know love from a mother and a father. We don't argue in front of them, yelling. We don't do that in front of them.
I was going to ask, how did you change? Now that you're back together and you're working on your marriage, what did you have to do to change out of it? Like, is it now I can have a phone up relationship? I ain't worried about what's in my phone no more. Now is it I'm going to take my wife with me more? What do you do to change to make sure she's comfortable? Because at the end of the day, she had to forgive. And you did things to her that will make her feel away and possibly make her insecure. So what did you do to make sure that she will always have that trust for you?
A little bit of all of that. Definitely bringing her with me places that I wouldn't before. She has my phone, the combination to my phone, the code or whatever the case may be, just phone up. I can leave my phone with her all day and know that I ain't got nothing to worry about. She ain't got nothing to worry about.
Ain't that a better feeling?
It is.
Absolutely.
And you know what? In the realm of me, I think it was just a matter of maturing.
Now, let's talk about Neo headlines.
Well, before you do that, I was going to say, how did social media affect it, right? Because now that, because it's the truth. Because you could be having a great day, everything is good.
He ain't
and then somebody puts on on the bottom of the thing, you could be like, I love my wife. You ain't love her when you was cheating. And then that just ruins
and by the
your
way,
whole weekend.
This is all triggering for Envy. I just want to put that out there.
I had to deal with it.
I can imagine.
I don't want to say it's good when
He's
I
in
feel
his
another
feelings.
brother, but it's good when I see another brother that had to go through it because I know what he went through.
No,
So
it's
like a
definitely
fraternity.
a real thing.
Cheat, fight, cheat.
Yo, shut up, man.
Wow.
Not cheek, fried cheek. That's
that was too quick. Nah, you had that shit on the back burner. She been waiting to use it.
Where's Charlamagne?
Cheat. We getting jackets made. Damn it. Nah. Now, you know, social media is toxic to relationships. Period, or it can be, depending on how you view it, how you look at it. So yeah, it was definitely them times where she'll read a comment and all of a sudden she just don't want to talk to me. Like, damn it, what the somebody done said. But I think we both had to realize that putting the public in your business is almost never going to work out in your favor. It's always going to be a problem because people that are not in your relationship commenting on your relationship, they're not there. They're not, these people aren't in the mix with y'all, okay? And all it is opinions. And people are going to have their opinions, and opinions are not special. Why? Because everybody has one. So why would you focus on any opinion but your own in the realm of that?
All right, we got more with Neo. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club on this Friday. We're kicking in with Neo. His album is out today. Recently, you were talking about Lucky Day.
Shout out to the boy Lucky Day. Shout out to Lucky Day.
Smashing on your bed.
You said you can't go anywhere in the house. Just don't go in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you came in.
That's nasty, by the way.
He's in the bed with a chick.
Yeah. Yeah. On your sheets. You should afford them. Shout out to Lucky Day now, but come on now. Like this bro code. Like you knock on my sheets.
All kinds of pubic hairs everywhere.
Pubic hair.
Man.
And if they want to wash their ass, it's doodle stains.
All the other rooms you could have been in.
Gracious. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
So how was that conversation? You walked in and you see him smash. Do you stop him right then and there, or do you let him? You let him finish?
Okay, so I didn't walk in on him smashing. He was asleep. Him and the chick was asleep in the bed, and I basically just gave him the little nudge, the mush, like, come on, bro, come on, get up. He saw me. His face told me exactly. He knew he was caught, so he got up.
Unlucky.
He really even had no. He really had no explanation. I mean, what can you say? I gave you one rule, and this is what it is.
And that's really the full reason you didn't sign him?
Well, yeah. I at the time,
somebody sitting on your bed. Yes, get out. I can't sign you.
Listen, when we reported the story, y'all was like, no, there's got to be more to this.
I didn't say that. Charlamagne said that. I said you on my bed. I can't mess with you.
And mind you, this is not this Lucky Day. It's not a diss to Lucky Day or anything like that. I got the utmost respect for old boy, and I'm happy that he's found the success that he has found. Damn, I can't talk. But in the moment, I'm like, bruh, if you can't follow this one rule, because mind you, at a big, beautiful crib, it's 9 bedrooms, bruh. You got the bed, you got the pool, you wherever you want.
Yeah, 9 bedrooms.
Wherever.
But the primary bedroom probably the nicest. It has a suite bathroom.
That's where I sleep. So of course. However, if you can't follow that one rule, then it's I don't want to see what other rules you possibly can't follow or whatever the case may be. At least that was my thought process anyway.
Right.
Did you speak to him after that? After this interview came out, did he hit you up? And
we have not spoken since that interview came out. We've spoken since that situation happened. You know, I've seen at the Grammys. He just dude is doing his thing now. I ran into him somewhere in L.A. It was a pound and a kind of, we both understood. Right. You know what I mean?
And for him, he's doing well.
That was 10 years ago, bro. Ain't nobody tripping on that.
And he's doing well now. So sometimes you're like, okay, maybe it did work out. Because it's worse if things aren't going well.
For a reason.
Yeah, if things weren't going well.
Had I signed him, he might have not became Lucky Day. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like everything happens the way it's supposed to happen, when it's supposed to happen. So yeah, shout out to the boy Lucky Day, for real.
Got you. Now Versus declared you the winner of the Mario and Omarion.
What?
Versus. What? I guess because you wrote too many of both of their records.
Oh wow!
Is that the reason why they declared you the winner? Did you watch it? Did you watch it?
I was there. It was interesting. It was entertaining. It was entertaining as hell. It really was.
And there's a lot of aftermath from that.
Yeah. You know what? Ray J is a marketing genius.
He is.
I love that dude. Shout out to the boy Ray J. He really is.
Would you want to do another versus a real one?
I would.
Because yours was the it was pandemic. You see how everybody gets the lights, the glam, the cameras. I think you deserve that.
I was honestly there to talk to the people that that make it happen about doing another one. But the thing is, who?
I wouldn't be mad at the dream the right way though.
That could be
dreamed the right way.
I ain't mad at that. Somebody said The Weeknd. That could be interesting. I don't know.
Weeknd don't have that many hip hop-ish R&B.
But it's 20.
Joints.
It's 20
pop-ish.
records. It's 20 records.
You got pop-ish joints too.
It don't have to be 20 R&B records. It's just 20 records, right?
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to The Weeknd, but Neo has songs that are so for the culture. Weeknd has songs for another culture. It would be very different.
I think bringing all of the fans of the weekend and all of the fans of Neo in the same room at the same time. I think that's possible. I think
So
that can
it
happen.
feels like you had something in the works already.
No.
Okay,
No,
I wasn't sure
no.
if this was.
But hey, well, holla at your boy. Let's talk about some things. Who knows? I don't know.
What's the craziest rumor you heard about yourself in this industry? You've been in the industry a long time. What's the craziest rumor that you've heard about yourself?
I mean, the gay thing stuck around for a minute. Nah, that is what it is. Whatever. I heard that Jay-Z slapped me in the face somewhere one time.
Was that true?
No.
I never heard that one.
I never heard that one either. But
That's a good one.
That was an interesting one at the time. I was like, well, why? What did I do? Did I do
sue?
something?
Yeah.
What happened? He just hauled off and slapped me? What? I just heard he slapped you. That didn't happen. No, the didn't slap me. What are you talking about? No, Jay-Z didn't slap me. That's pretty much it. The gay thing was major just because it lasted for so long.
And where did that come from?
I have no idea. The first thing I heard was that some dude had came forward and said that he was my boyfriend in high school, and that we dated all through high school or something. Mind you, I saw a picture of the person. Never seen this person before. I promise you, we didn't go to high school together. And to this day, I'm like, yo, what did I do to this person to make him just decide to throw that out there? Like, what did I do to you, bro? Like,
Well, that happened to both Envy and Charlamagne.
It did.
Charlamagne had a guy named Glitter Stick that did a whole video and said that Charlamagne put him on a bus to come.
Glitter Stick.
Yeah, and then Envy had this whole thing.
What was yours name?
I don't know his name, but he said that.
Oh, wow, Envy, you are a thought.
I don't know his name, but he
You got to get people's names.
No, he
man.
said that he used a 9-inch strap-on on me.
Wow.
And it was
Very specific
It was
about the
vicious,
inches.
right? Something about vicious?
He said Envy was vicious.
Yeah, he said that was vicious.
Sheesh. All right.
It's not funny.
I mean,
now it's funny. At the time, it wasn't funny.
And there was screenshots of like their conversation and everything.
For real?
Yes.
And it was his real number.
how do screenshots? They was doctored screenshots. Okay.
Yeah, they were doctored.
He doesn't
We
think
don't
they were
know.
doctored. But yeah, 9-inch dildo. It was so for the last 5 years, everything's a 9-inch dildo joke.
Right.
Goodness
And his wife
gracious.
confirmed that Envy does like 9-inch dildos. And that was the other part.
That was a joke. She came up here, they interviewed her, and she joked. My wife joked, and she joked.
All right.
Neo, you know what, Neo?
Hey, no, I
You know what,
listen,
Neo?
no judgment from me, bro.
It's not true.
I'm not saying it is. No, I'm not judging. Hey, listen, it happens. I'm a victim too, brother. It's all good.
Victim too. Now I want to know who's on your Mount Rushmore of R&B artists. If you had to just pick a couple, who's on that
Mount Rushmore? Very, very easy question for me. Prince, Michael Jackson, Semen Davis Jr., Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder.
Okay, that's too many, but I rock with it.
Is that more than
that was 5.
How
many is on Mount Rushmore?
It's 4.
Oh,
But we'll take the 5.
They'll make room for
They'll
Stevie.
make room for one of
Now
them.
they said,
make room.
Chris Brown, and they were comparing Chris Brown to Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And what were your thoughts on that comparison?
Love Chris Brown. Chris Brown is one of the most talented cats of, I don't even want to say of my generation. Like, he's just one of the most talented cats out there, period. And you cannot take that from him. However, that comparison, anybody compared to Michael Jackson always just does something to me because it's like, it's not a fair comparison. We're doing it in a time where we have the internet, where we have Spotify, Apple Music, blah, 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 blah. And Mike was doing it. Mike was doing the same numbers, if not more, in a time where it was a lot harder to get the music to everybody.
But you could also say that, when Chris, let's say, dances, he dances in a way that we've never seen before.
Not true. When he dances, you could tell that he's been inspired by Michael Jackson and some of the greats that came before him. You can see that on him.
I'm sorry,
and
Chris Brown hates
that's why
this
those
comparison.
comparisons
I'm sure
are
he does,
made.
so I don't even know where it came from, but we appreciate you for joining us. Neo's album is out right now, and thank you, brother.
Appreciate the hell out of y'all, man, always.
It's Neo. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Get going this summer with the best audio entertainment from Audible. Listen to best-selling audiobooks like Me and My Wife's Book, Real Life, Real Love, originals and podcasts, as well as motivation, wellness programs, and the latest tech and business ideas, all in one app. Sign up for 30 days free at audible.com/breakfast club. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, you guys have a great weekend, and shout out to everybody that's getting their tickets for my car show August 20th. Next week, I'm going to announce all the celebrity vehicles that I have. I think I have like 12 celebrity vehicles. So it's going to be the Northverse South car show. So shout to Trey, shout to Lynn, shout to my brothers from Atlanta, shout to Bun B and his crew. They're all coming down to New York. So they bust my ass when I went to Houston, but now they got to come.
They're coming up to New York, sir. You went down to Houston and got your ass busted. Now they coming up to New York to bust y'all ass.
They not busting our ass. So New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Philly, D.C., Maryland, all of y'all, we pulling up on them. And yeah, we going to jump them like they jumped me. So get your cars ready August 20th if you want to put your car in the car show. DJNVcarshow@gmail.com. Of course, it's August 20th in Atlantic City. Family fun, kids 5 and under free. Get your tickets. And next week I'm going to announce some of the celebrity vehicles that I do have.
Okay. And listen, I want to salute everybody at Z93 Jams in my birthplace of Charleston, South Carolina. Drop on the Clues Barnes for Z93 Jams. The big boss, KB, thank you. Salute to my niece, Chris Kalen, thank you. And I want to salute the International African American Museum, Mother Emanuel AME Church, and the Charleston Gilliard Center. Last night, we kicked off a celebration honoring the legacy of a freedom fighter named Denmark Vesey. If you ever read my first book, Black Privilege, and you know how much the story of Denmark Vesey inspired me, and this weekend marks 200 years since his planned uprising. And last night we had a panel discussion with my man Lee Bennett Jr., W. Kamal Bell, myself, Dr. Bernard Powers, the good brother Mark Joseph, Dr. Tamara Butler, and our leader, the CEO of the International African American Museum, Dr. Tanya Matthews, man. So salute to all the events they got going on this weekend. Anthony Hamilton's performing, D.L. Hughley's performing, the Charleston Symphony's performing, and it's all to honor a patriot, a true patriot, Denmark Vesey. So if you don't know anything about Denmark Vesey, you need to go learn this weekend in Charleston, South Carolina, because it's a story of resistance that you need to know.
All right, well, when we come back, we got the positive note, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. You guys have a great weekend. Now, you got a positive note, Charlamagne?
I do. I want to tell people, first of all, too, man, make sure that you get your tickets for the Black Effect Podcast Festival at blackeffect.com/podcast festival. Is happening August 28th. But we have your chance to win an all-expense-paid trip to the Black Effect Podcast Festival by texting keyword summer to 37911 right now. Text keyword summer to 37911 right now, and you get the opportunity to win an all-expense-paid trip to the Black Effect Podcast Festival. For info and rules, go to thebreakfastclub.iheart.com. A confirmation text will be sent. Standard message and data rates may apply. Now, the positive note is this, and it's something that I constantly work on, because, boy, it's hard. But I don't agree with the whole I'm giving people the same energy they give me. I think you should give people your pure, truest energy, the realest version of you. And if they don't appreciate you, then you can walk away. Why would you lower yourself just because they are low? It's hard not to limbo. It's like a full-time job not to limbo. But we got to keep our vibrations high. Salute to my man Jay Shetty for that jewel.
Breakfast Club, bitches! Y'all finished or y'all done?